bottoms down, chair yoga for everyone. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you've joined us today. So today is class number 4 of our 30 class chair yoga series. We're going to stay seated again today, and we'll add in a sun salutation. So that particular series, it just connects various poses together into a sequence. And often that sequence is used to warm up the body at the beginning of our practice. So if you like the experience, I hope you'll click that subscribe button. It is free, and leave a comment. Let's get started. So we're going to sit up nice and tall in our chair, and we're going to move forward in our seat. So think about crown of the head long, right? Really lengthening through that spine. Pull that belly in. All right. We're going to ground our feet to the earth. So think about having both feet equally weighted on that floor, and the same idea with your sits bones. So we're sitting up high on those pointy bones, and they're equally weighted on the chair. So again, lift that heart, lower those shoulders out of the ears. Place your hands lightly on your thighs. Flip the palms up to the ceiling. Close your eyes and connect to your breath. Feeling that natural inhalation and exhalation. And then we're going to deepen that breath just a little more deeply. And now we're going to move the breath down into the diaphragm. So as we inhale, we're filling our lungs from the bottom up. The belly will extend as we inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to think about pulling your belly button in towards the spine and pushing the air actively up and out of the lungs. So let's do that a couple of times. Inhale, extend that belly, fill the lungs up. Exhale, pull that belly button in, push the air up and out. Again. One more time. And then just breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice, focusing on what you want to accomplish. One more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. So we're just going to nod our head yes. So as you drop that chin down, feel the stretch in the back of the neck. Then as you lift your head up, opening up through the throat. And down we go. And lifting that head up. One more time. Down we go. Tuck that chin. And then lift up. Now we're going to bring our head back to neutral, and then we're going to go side to side like a no. So to the side and center, other side and center. Let's do that again. To the side and center, other side and center. And then we're just going to drop our right ear to our right shoulder. And center, and then we're going to do the other side. And center one more time. Drop that ear down. Come center, and we're going to drop the other ear down. So just a little stretch for the neck. And up we go. All right, very, very good. So we're going to come into mountain pose, hands down by our sides, spread those fingers nice and wide. Shoulders are down out of the ears, heart is lifted. GoHPO arms, squeeze those shoulder blades back behind you. And we're going to lengthen our hands to the ceiling. Feel that stretch. Shoulders stay down, but we're trying to touch the ceiling with our fingertips. Always, you can keep your elbows bent if that feels better. And down we go. Let's do that again. Mountain pose. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Goalpost arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you. Fingertips to the ceiling. Stretch it out. Try to touch the ceiling. Keep your shoulders down. Your abdominals are engaged here. Belly tight. One more breath. Down we go. Last time. Here we do. Mountain pose. Spread those fingers. Goalpost arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades back behind you. Fingertips up to the ceiling. Stretch it up. Stretch it up. Stretch it up. And release. All right. Very, very good. So we're going to move into our cat and our cow pose. So we grab the back of the chair and we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades back behind us. Lift up a little bit through the throat. It's not a huge movement, but a little bit through the throat. Think about pulling the ribs back, right? So the ribs kind of come back, lifting up. Now we're going to round down into cat pose. Hands on those thighs. Really round the shoulders. Let that upper body sink down. Tucking the chin, looking down at your belly button. The tailbone goes really long and heavy. All right, let's lift back up. Holding onto the back of that chair, we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades back behind. We're going to lift our throat up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to round down into that cat pose again. Let that head fall. Really let it fall. Look down at your belly button. Feel the stretch. Okay, let's add the breath. We're going to inhale into our cow pose. And we're going to exhale into our cat pose. We'll inhale up into cow pose. Exhale into cat pose. We're really warming up that spine. And let's do one more. Inhale into cow. Are your shoulders staying down? Right? And exhale into cat. And release. Okay, very good. So we're going to do a seated twist again. And we're going to keep our feet on the floor. We're going to take our right hand and we're going to place it on the outside of the left knee. We're going to take our other hand back to the chair. Lengthen nice and long through the spine. Pull that left shoulder back. Turn and look over that left shoulder. So keep those knees forward. And this is a gentle twist. So we're not trying to, pull on anything. It's just a super gentle, kind of your natural range of motion. And then let's face forward. And then we're going to do the other side. So hand is going to come on the outside of that thigh. Opposite hand back here. Extend through the spine. We're going to turn and we're going to look over that other shoulder. One more breath and face forward. Let's do that one more time. Hand here, opposite hand back, lengthen, pull the shoulder back, turn and look. And face forward one more time. Hand on the outside of that knee, opposite hand to the chair, lengthen through the spine, pull the shoulder back, turn and look. Hold and breathe. One more breath here and face forward. Okay, very good. So the next series is called Sun Salutation. And this is a movement it's a connection of various poses that we do, and we flow through them pretty smoothly. And it's really considered a warm-up, right? So it's very much, we do them a lot of times at the beginning of class to kind of get things warmed up. So we're not doing it at the beginning of class today though, are we? We're doing it a little bit later in class, but just so you know. All right, hands to heart. Okay, so the thing about the sun salutation that you'll hear me harp on is lengthening through the spine. So we're going to keep that spine long. We're going to keep that belly tight. Now, it's going to be a reverse swan dive. Okay, so see how I'm doing my arms out and around? We're going to come up to that extended mountain, put your palms together, and then bring your hands to heart. Don't worry about the gaze. We'll add that here in a minute. Let's just end the breath. Let's just work on our movements first. We're going to extend those arms up. And then our swan dive, bring those arms down. See, my palms are facing down, and then we're going to bring our hands back to heart. Let's do that again. Big circle, up we go, palms face up, into that extended mountain, palms are together, and we're going to bring our hands to heart. And then we're going to do that opposite, right? So up it goes. Now we're going to palm face down as we swan dive forward and bring our hands to heart. Okay, so that's a really good first position of that series. Now, what we're going to add is in our swan dive, instead of just bringing the arms down, we're going to add a forward fold, and then, or kind of a forward fold, and bring our hands to heart. Okay, let's do that. Hands to heart, big circle, up we go, all the way to that extended mountain, and bring your hands to heart. There's your exhale. Now we're going to come up into, as an inhale, extend that mountain. Now, swan dive forward, pull your belly button in, and we're going to extend those arms by our side, push the fingertips back towards that wall behind you. So it's really kind of where the wall and the floor meet. So it's at a diagonal. We're going to push forward, pull that belly in, one more breath, and bring your hands to heart. Let's do that again. Big circle, up we go, all the way to that extended mountain, bring your hands to heart. Now we're going to come back up to that extended mountain, and we're going to dive it forward, and we're going to do a forward salute with airplane arms. We're going to stretch those arms back behind us. Crown of the head is forward, stretching through the spine, and bring the hands to heart. Let's bring our hands down and take a moment. So is everybody feeling okay? So we got some more things to add to that, but we're going to keep doing that a couple more times. We're going to add in the breath. And we just want to build into that fluidness, okay? So that's kind of the idea. We want it to flow. Let's bring our hands to heart. We're going to add the breath, all right? So it's an inhale as we come up. Exhale, we're going to bring our hands to heart. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, we're going to swan dive forward, fingertips back behind us, stretching through that spine. We're going to take a breath here, and then we're going to bring our hands to heart. And let's do that again. Big circle, up we go. Inhale. Extend that mountain, hands to heart on that exhale. Back up we go on that inhale. Dive it forward. Stretch through that spine, lengthen, 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 and bring your hands to heart. We're going to do it one more time, and then we'll add on. Big circle, up we go. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, dive it forward. Forward salute with airplane arms. Extend and bring your hands to heart and release. Okay, so take a moment. The other thing I want to tell you is if breathing, using that breath through those movements begins to make you dizzy or not comfortable, just leave the breath out and breathe your natural breath, okay? So I don't ever want you to feel dizzy or uncomfortable because you're trying to make that breath work. It's not worth it. Just breathe. It's fine. Okay, so now what we're going to add is a forward fold. Now our first forward fold, we're going to do it with full support. And if you'll remember, we did that, the cactus forward fold. It's the same idea. We're going to come forward and we're going to place our hands on our thighs. And we're going to let our heart fall forward. So if you want to try that real quick before we add it in, see how that feels. So I've got my hands, my arms are on my legs, I've got some support, but I'm still extending through that spine, right? Crown of the head is forward, all right? And then we're going to come up. Let's try it. Let's see how we feel. Hands to heart. Ready? Inhale, big circle, up. Extend that mountain up and bring your hands to heart. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, we're going to dive forward, belly button to spine, forward salute with airplane arms. Now we're going to do that forward fold with support. Let that heart fall forward. Keep the back flat. Remember, we're looking out, not down. One more breath. Now let's tuck our chin and roll up. We're going to do it differently here in a minute, but for right now, let's do that. So what that does is it just gives that back a little more support as we come up. All right, are we ready? Hands to heart. Let's do it. Big circle, up we go. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, dive it forward. Stretch through that spine. Try to touch the wall behind you with your fingertips and the wall in front of you with your head. Let's come to that forward fold. Let that heart fall forward. Tuck our chin and roll it up. Bring your hands to heart. One more time before we add on. Big circle up. And bring those hands to heart. Back up we go. Dive it forward. Stretch it out. Lengthen through that spine. Hands on thighs. Forward fold with support. Ready? Tuck the chin and roll it up. Okay. Very, very good. So now our forward fold, we're not going to support. What we're going to do now is just like we did with that cactus series. We're going to come forward and then we're going to let our hands fall. Maybe they walk down your legs or maybe they fall to the mat. Okay? We're still going to keep our head lifted. I'll cue when we're going to let the head fall, but we're still going to keep the head lifted and keep the back long. Hands to heart. Let's do it. Big circle. Up we go. Extend that mountain. We know this now, don't we? Bring hands to heart. Back up we go. Let's dive it forward. Forward salute with airplane arms. We're really lengthening through that spine. Let's do our supported forward fold first. Okay, are we ready? Now, let's bring our hands down. Maybe they're on your legs. Maybe they're on the floor. Keep the back flat. Look out, not down. One more breath. Now, let's see. Pull that belly in. If we can reverse swan dive. There's your back working. Up we go and bring your hands to heart. How did that feel? Let's do that again. Up we go. Dive forward. Forward salute airplane arms. We're going to stretch through. We're going to do that supported forward fold. Then we're going to bring our hands down our legs, maybe to the mat, whatever feels good. Pull your belly in, reverse swan dive. There's your back working, belly tight. Up to extended mountain, bring your hands to heart. We're going to do that one more time. Up we go. Dive it forward, belly button to spine. Extend nice and long, supported forward fold. Put your hands on the mat or on your legs. Reverse swan dive. Up we go, all the way up, and bring your hands to heart. Okay, excellent work. So we only have one thing that we're going to add. So when we're in our forward fold, as of right now, you'll peek at me. We've been extending nice and long through the spine. Right now, we're going to let our head fall and we're going to look under our chair. So here's the thing. This is called an inversion. Anytime our head goes down below our heart, it can make us dizzy. It can increase our blood pressure, different things. So I only want you to do that if that feels okay. Do not put your head down below your heart if you've got high blood pressure or if it doesn't feel good. If it makes you dizzy, please don't do it. Stay here. It's fine. Keep that head lifted above the heart. Keep that spine long, okay? All right, here we go. Hands to heart. Big circle up we go. This is it. This is the last piece of it. We're going to do this a few times and then we're done. Up we go. Dive it forward, forward salute airplane arms and stretch it out. Let's do that supported forward fold. Keep the back flat. Let the heart fall. All right, are we ready? Put the hands down. Keep the back flat to begin with. Now, if you feel like it, tuck that chin and let that head fall. You're looking down under your chair. Ready? Pull the belly in. Bring the hands off the mat. Reverse swan dive. Up we go. How do you feel? If you're dizzy, don't do that part, right? Hands to heart. 2 more times. Up we go. Dive it forward. Forward salute airplane arms. Stretch it out. Supported forward fold. Let that heart fall. Hands to the mat. Down we go. Tuck the chin and look under your chair if you want to. Pull that belly in. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Extend that mountain. Bring your hands to heart. Last time through. Let's do it. We got this. Up we go. Dive it forward. I know, right? Extending nice and long. Forward fold with support. Put those hands on that chair, or on your legs or on the floor. Tuck the chin if you wish. Ready? Reverse swan dive all the way up. Extend that mountain and bring those hands to heart. How'd you do? Sun Salutation, right? A little flow, a little vinyasa flow. All right, excellent work. We're going to move into our Shavasana pose, our resting pose now. Hands are going to rest lightly on those thighs. We're going to flip those palms up to the ceiling. Pull the shoulders down out of the ears. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Expand life's excellence. You seek to live with excellence, but the world does not cooperate. Live with excellence anyway. Excellence is always yours to choose, even when it's not widely supported or encouraged. In fact, when there is minimal respect for excellence is when excellence is needed most. Live with excellence not out of arrogance, but out of love. Live with excellence that is not dependent on outside support or courageous enough to exist on its own terms. The value of excellence is not based on who is looking or who is not. You know what is good, what is right, what is excellent and beautiful, and that's more than sufficient. Treasure excellence, savor it, learn from it, gain inspiration from it, emulate it, create it, share it, but don't get caught up in what anyone thinks of it or does with it. Take the strength and skill you have earned and expand on life's excellence. With excellence, make every day the best opportunity ever. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with your left hand. Give the head a gentle tug, pressing that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say, Namaste. Oh, thank you so much for joining today. We've made it to the end of class number 4. Please keep showing up and click that subscribe button. Leave me a comment, and I'll see you next time.